Welcome, everybody, to the fifth episode of Good Old Wrasslin, where we just talk good old wrestling, because wrestling is the thing that I like to talk about sometimes with good old wrestling. And today on Good Old Wrasslin, we are going to be giving our Royal Rumble predictions. And when I mean Royal Rumble predictions, I mean what is going to happen at the Royal Rumble 2021, not 2020, not 2019, but 2021. And also, we will be talking about the WWE Network is moving to Peacock. Yes, you heard me correctly, ladies and gentlemen. Peacock. It's moving to that streaming service. But before we begin, just Sean, where can they find you at?
You could find me on my YouTube channel, D-Showin. Also, you could find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and on Discord Celebrity. On Saturday, I will do a Star Wars movie edition on every Saturday. The first one I did with New Hope, and the second one will be doing Empire Strike Back. So I hope y'all check that out on Saturday.
Very, very nice. You guys can. I have a YouTube channel, the channel you're watching right now. I'm trying to reach my goal of 150 subscribers. I'm like 4 away from hitting 110. So if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. I have a show on Sunday called Shadow Eye, where we will be reviewing The Office Season 4, and then the following week we will be counting down our top 10 favorite Spider-Man storylines from the comics. Then later on Sunday, you can find me on the weekly wrap-up on Chris Knight's channel, The Real Review 3000. On Mondays, you can find me on JJ, aka Sith Lord 3827's channel for randomness at its finest. On Thursday, I have a show called Splash Talk, where I read fan fiction. It's a freaking hellhole over there. Trust me, it is. You can find me on Fridays on here. It's going to be bi-weekly. Next week will be a live discussion. This week will be Good Old Wrasslin'. And then also you can find me on Ninja243's channel for Galactic Chat. And I also do a bunch of game streams. I've recently been doing one-night tournaments on WWE 2K20. I don't know if anybody's caught any of those, but I just did today the NXT Tag Team Championship one-night tournament where the Viking Raiders won the entire thing. If you want to see how that all transpired, go and check that stuff out. Tomorrow, I will be doing a one-night tournament on the Raw Tag Team Champions to determine who they will be. And also, you can find me on Twitter at TheAllStater17. If you ever want to hit me up and message me, go ahead and do so. And then I also have Discord at TheAllStater. And also, you can find me on Geeks Enjoy Nerdotica, where it's not porn until late night nerdgasm, when it's actually porn. So grab your Vaseline and tissues, guys, because it's freaking crazy when it gets to that point. We got Keisha in the house. What's up, Keisha? And as always, we're going to do the usual. We're going to do our topics, and then we will be doing the tier list at the end, because that is what we do. So let's get right into the main topic here, and that is our Royal Rumble predictions. Yes, the Royal Rumble is this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. And with the predictions, we're going to talk about the story going into the match, how the match will play out, who is going to win, and what will happen afterwards. I mean, it's going to be interesting. So let's get right into the first match on the thing that I have is Sasha Banks versus Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So here's the backstory to the match. So Sasha Banks won the SmackDown Women's title at Hell in a Cell against Bayley. After she won the title, she was attacked by Carmella, leading to a match at TLC where Carmella ends up losing to Sasha Banks. Oh my God, it is the most shocking thing I ever watched, because Sasha Banks never retains her title on pay-per-view, but suddenly she did. So I am amazed. And then some more shit happened, and here we are, Carmella, Sasha Banks here at the Royal Rumble. So, Deshaun, I would like to ask you, what do you think is going to happen with this match? Do you think this match is going to be good, or do you think this match will be bad?
The match with TSC was actually a very good match probably, but I really think that the match going to be okay. I don't think it'll be better than the first one, but I think it'll be an okay match. Carmelo actually doing great right now. WWE kind of push her and they change her character, so I like that. And Sasha Banks, yes, Sasha Banks is your SmackDown Women's Champion, and also she has not the title yet, so that is very surprising. But who I think is gonna win? I got Sasha Banks winning. I know I don't know what that other guy's name is. He might get a ball in the match, but I still think Sasha Banks is gonna win the match.
Very nice. As far as the match quality itself, I personally, I think the match is going to be good. I will agree with you. I think the match is going to be okay. Like I said, I was actually really surprised with the match we got at TLC. I didn't expect the match to be as good as it was. As far as who's winning, again, it's kind of I'm going to say Sasha Banks again, just because I don't see them doing anything with Carmella at this moment. As far as Carmella is concerned, she's fine. Again, she's still not the greatest wrestler ever, but as far as her being pushed as the champion again, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's just, to me, they're just going to keep Sasha the champion until WrestleMania or until sometime afterwards. So I think as far as the match is going to go, if you're going to keep this feud going, I would say do maybe a screwy finish. So maybe have a cheap victory or have it be a disqualification or a count out. But other than that, I feel like this is where you should just end the feud, because you got to have Sasha Banks do something else besides Carmella, which could come down to just being annoying and just getting to a point like some of the other matches that we've seen, where it's just, if it keeps happening, then it just becomes old and stale, and I do not want to see that. But I do say that Sasha Banks is going to retain the SmackDown Women's title, because I just don't see anybody else taking the title off her at this current moment. So that was it with that. Next up, we got Asuka and Charlotte Flair defending the titles against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So the story going into this match is Charlotte and Asuka. Charlotte returned at TLC, and with Asuka, who is the Raw Women's Champion, by the way, proceeded to win the tag team titles from Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. At this current moment, Charlotte is in a feud with Lacey Evans, I think, because Ric Flair is dating Lacey Evans or something like that. I don't know. But so something like that is going on, and who cares? And then we get a tag team match. Let's be honest. Do we really care about this match?
Do we, for Willow, do we care about the match?
So, Deshaun, I guess I'll just ask you, what do you think is going to go down here?
I really don't care about the match. I really don't care about Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Charlotte also. But I think that Lacey Evans might get in the match, might get more in the match. Also, Pete Ward too, and maybe Alexa Bliss will too. I don't know, but I still think that you could have two. You could have two predictions. You could have Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. You have Charlotte also. Any one of them win, I don't care. But who I think gonna win, I think Austin and Charlotte gonna win.
I'm gonna agree with you. I don't really care for this match. This is one of the matches where I'm just not intrigued by. I think this is a match that's I think this match should open the show, because I don't really have any interest in it other than maybe the other matches. I would even say the Carmella and Sasha Banks match as well I'm not excited for. So really 2 matches already do not have me excited as far as the women's title matches go. Again, it's like, what can you really do at this point? Because in my mind, I would take the belt off Asuka and Charlotte because, if I'm not mistaken, Asuka is still the Raw Women's Champion. And she's basically been champion since August, and she's done nothing with it. You know, she did defend the title a couple weeks ago, or a few days ago, but that was the first time she really defended her title since freaking November. So, in a way, it's like you got to take these tag belts off of them because this gives Asuka another excuse not to defend this title. This is the problem that I've been having with Asuka, at least with her title reign thus far, is because she's done nothing with it. Now, if she was able to do something with it, I would say, okay, that's fine. But this is the problem with double champions, is that you should not hold a secondary title very long. That's why I would say in my logical booking, I would just give the titles back to Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I think it was fine for, that one for the TLC stuff because Charlotte came back. But now you got to take the belt off of Asuka. It's time to take the belts off of Charlotte and Asuka. I'm going to say Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler because there's really nowhere else you could really – because I don't know who are you going to have Charlotte and Asuka lose the belts to at this point?
True.
I mean, unless they're setting up Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce to win the belts, which I don't really – I guess that would make more sense. But at the end of the day, it's like, who cares? The problem is with these women's tag team titles is they don't matter. Like, I'm sorry, but really, what have the tag team titles really done? Now, don't get me wrong. Like, they're a good mid-card title, but they just don't really have – because, again, it's like there really hasn't been a whole lot done with them. Not saying that they haven't done any good, but really, what have they really done? The last good champions we had were Sasha Banks and Bayley.
True.
And I'm not saying whoever wins the belts, it means nothing. No, I'm not. I don't mean that. I just think I just personally don't care. I just think this match I don't care. There's no real. I don't care. That's all I got to say about it. There's just nothing about this match that I really am excited for. I mean, yeah, there's just nothing. All right, next match. Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg for the WWE Championship. So the story behind this match is, after Drew McIntyre defeated Keith Lee to retain the title, Goldberg came out and said that Drew McIntyre had no respect for the legends or whatever, and he was challenging to a match. Drew McIntyre said it would be like he's fighting his own dad, and Goldberg shoved him, and then resulted in this match happening. So Deshaun, I'm going to let you go first again. What do you think about this match?
The story-wise don't make any sense. I mean, Goldberg challenged Drew McIntyre because he didn't respect the measure. That don't make any sense at all. But at a match, I could see any of these two win. Goldberg, I hope Goldberg don't win, but anything could happen. And also I could see Drew McIntyre win, and maybe the Miz might catch and win the match. But who I think gonna win the match, it's hard to predict because any of these two men could win. You could have Goldberg winning, for WWE do some Goldberg, or you have Drew McIntyre winning the match. That make perfect sense. But who I think gonna win, I gotta go with Drew McIntyre, but I would not be surprised that Goldberg winning or the Miz cash in the Money in the Bank and he win the division. I'm sure I won't be surprised in there, but I think that Drew McIntyre will retain the WWE champion.
We got Logan in the house. What is going on, Logan? And he's like, buy dog coin.
What's up, Logan?
I'm considering it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to second that as well. I really don't care for this match. Well, I wouldn't say I don't care about this match because I'm interested because I want to know who wins, but the storyline doesn't make any sense. If anything, I'm surprised Goldberg didn't go after Roman Reigns or for the Universal title thing or something. Like, the McIntyre thing makes no sense. The reasons why Goldberg wanted to go after Drew doesn't make any sense. Logan's like rich mindset investment. It is. It is a very rich mindset investment. And yeah, as far as who's going to win the match, honestly, I could see either of these guys winning. Personally, I do not want to see Goldberg winning. I think Goldberg winning, no. I just don't want to see it happening. Goldberg at this point, he's retired. Like, he's part-time. The guy, and first of all, he shouldn't walk up and be like, hey, I want a title match. Because first of all, that's not how this works. Because how is it that everybody else has to earn their opportunity, but freaking, Goldberg can just walk up and be like, hey, I want a title match.
True.
It's dumb. As far as who I want to win, I want to see Drew McIntyre win.
Yes.
What is more than likely going to be possible and what WWE wants to do, it's probably going to be Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to avoid any logical stuff, then, or any of those two possibilities, then just have The Miz cash in and win the title.
Yeah.
That's all they have to do. And then you could drop it back to McIntyre, at the next pay-per-view or whatever you want to do with, the WWE title with The Miz. I really don't know where you could go with this. Because on the one hand, you have Drew, because don't get me wrong, I think Drew McIntyre should win the match. I think he should go into Mania as the champion. He has done a lot more with the title than a lot of people have done with the title in the last few years. But Goldberg, who are you gonna have Goldberg face at WrestleMania if he wins?
Oh, when we get to that the winner of the War 1 prediction. Ooh, I got something, but right now I ain't gonna say it.
As far again, it's like, but as the match is concerned, I think the match is going to be okay. It's not going to be anything like spectacular. I'm just expecting a whole bunch of spears, maybe a few claymores, maybe a few. Like, I expect it to be like a finisher. I expect a Goldberg match.
Yeah.
Now, if the match is better, I'll even admit, if the match is better, I will give it credit if it's better. But like I said, that's not really saying much. So as far as that goes, I would rather see Drew win, but if I wouldn't mind seeing Miz win, but just don't have Goldberg win it.
Yes.
Next up, the match that I'm pretty sure that we're both excited for, and probably one of the only matches that we're excited for, Kevin Owens versus the Tribal Chief. First of all, before we even get anything, I would like to say, all hail the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
Yes.
The greatest Universal Champion of all time, and may I say, the greatest wrestler of all time, Roman Reigns. In a last man standing match for the Universal Championship. Oh, man. All right, so here's the backstory to this match. So Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns have been fighting for quite a bit. Roman's been beating the shit out of Kevin Owens, and, they had the TLC match, which was awesome, by the way. Roman Reigns retained, and then they had a steel cage match the following SmackDown where Roman, again, won. Then there was a bit of a brawl the following week where Roman tossed him off the freaking Thunderdome or whatever. And so we thought, okay, we need a new number one contender for Roman Reigns. So we're going to have Roman Reigns versus whoever wins a gauntlet match. And Adam Pearce, the WWE official, won the gauntlet match. But then at the contract signing, he was like, nope, I'm going to pull the biggest anime swerve you've ever seen. And Kevin Owens is once again facing Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship and probably what will be their last match in this feud. Deshaun, tell them what you think.
No, Kevin Owens. Roman versus Kevin Owens is a big thing going around in WWE right now. I know about Drew. What about Drew McIntyre? What about the Hood Business? No, it's the Tribal Chief, the Big Dog. Well, it's that his nickname anymore. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, facing Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble in a 9-man standing match. Who I think gonna win? Roman Reigns gonna win. I predict Roman Reigns gonna win. But you have Kevin Owens win the match. I don't think Kevin gonna win. But you could have Jey Uso turn it on Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens win the match. But what they're gonna win is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will be still your WWE undisputed World Universal Champion.
Very well said. As far as the match is concerned, I think this match is going to be awesome because Roman Reigns, ever since he became the Tribal Chief, he's always been the Tribal Chief. He has been on a roll. Every match he's in is fantastic. So I have high expectations for this match, especially a last man standing match. We know what Roman Reigns can do in these types of matches. We know what Kevin Owens can do. Mm-hmm. So I think this match is going to be absolutely freaking fire. I think it's going to be fantastic. It is probably going to be match of the night because Roman had match of the night at TLC, match of the night at Survivor Series, match of the night at Clash of Champions. He's had match of the night every single time he's on the show.
Can we give a part to Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns used to be one of the hated guy in the WWE right now, and look at him now. He got the best character in WWE right now, and he won the best Universal Championship we ever got. So, Roman Reigns, congratulations, you fix your character now. I hope you keep staying as a Tribal Chief. Just get the part over, man.
All hail the Tribal Chief. I expect some freaking crazy table spots. I want to see Kevin Owens jump off a lat. I want to see a bunch of crazy stuff. I want to see Roman Reigns brutalize. I want to see him use the steel steps and brutalize Kevin Owens with them. I want to see some chair shot. I want to see everything. I want to see everything but the kitchen sink thrown at both men. I expect Jey Uso to get involved. I expect people to get involved. I think even Nakamura could get involved. As far as who's going to win, Roman Reigns. I mean, come on, guys. He's the Tribal Chief. You really think I'm going to pull for anybody but the Tribal Chief? Come on now. But, no, I like Kevin Owens. If Kevin Owens wins, then, all right, cool. I will actually like that. But let's be honest. We really just want to see Roman Reigns win.
Yeah.
You guys want to see him win. I want to see him win. Deshaun wants to see him win. Guys, let's just have Roman Reigns win. What's the big deal? I mean, first of all, Roman Reigns is the greatest Universal Champion of all time. Let's get that straight. He's the greatest Universal Champion of all time. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Roman Reigns has always been the greatest wrestler of all time. I don't want to hear it. He's the Tribal Chief. All he's been trying to do is put food on the table. He's the Tribal Chief forever and always. All hail the Tribal Chief. Love Roman Reigns. He is going to walk out of the Royal Rumble, the Universal Champion, and he's going to walk into WrestleMania, the Universal Champion. All hail the almighty Tribal Chief. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
all right. Time for the meat and potatoes of the Royal Rumble. The main courses, if you will. The Royal Rumble matches.
Okay.
So let's talk about the Women's Royal Rumble first. So I am going to go through the list of names that we already have in this match. There are 13 participants have been announced. So I'm going to run through them. Nia Jax, Charlotte, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Peyton Royce, Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Tamina, and Natalia. Interesting list of names so far. So again, we don't really know who is going to be else going to be in the Royal Rumble as of now. But Deshaun, so I actually want to start off with some. Who do you think the surprise entrants are going to be?
Okay, the surprise entrant is gonna be gonna have NXT people gonna be in it like Will Whippy. Will Whippy gonna be in go. I think she gonna be in the Royal One match. I think she gonna be a surprise entrant. I think that Damian Priest gonna be a surprise entry because they were thinking him going to the main roster anyway. So I won't be surprised he make his
I think we're only talking about the women's Royal Rumble.
Oh shoot! Oh yeah. My man. Where would be go? I think she gonna be a surprise entrant. I mean, you could see the Hall of Fame like Trish Stratus, Nada, yeah, and Katie. But that's the only one I could see make a surprise entry in the Royal Rumble. So I can't think of nobody else.
All right, that's fair enough. We got Poe in the house. What's going on, Poe? Great to see you. Yeah, as far as like, I think it's gonna be like NXT people. I think Candice LeRae, Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez. If I said your name wrong, I apologize. Legends wise, maybe Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
Maybe some other people as well. As far as I don't know who else I would necessarily put down as like a surprise entrant. That's all I could think of. Really, maybe one of the Bella Twins, maybe, or maybe even like I wouldn't be one of the Bella Twins, but just mainly NXT people.
Oh, I forgot one. Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch is a good one. Maybe Ronda Rousey if they want to bring her. If she's coming back, maybe Ronda as well, but I don't know. I don't think Ronda is going to be coming back. So, I mean, if it happens, hey, you heard it first here, but more than likely it's not going to happen, unfortunately. So I guess now let's talk about like who's going to win the Royal Rumble. Deshaun, what are your predictions for the Women's Royal Rumble and what's going to happen afterwards?
All right, I got two predictions. I think that my first choice, who I think gonna win a Royal Rumble match, could be Bianca Belair. It makes sense. She been on the road, that couple SmackDown. I think Bianca Belair maybe gonna win the Royal Rumble. My second choice gonna be Charlotte. I will not be surprised Charlotte for win the Royal Rumble. I won't be surprised. My third choice, I could see Betty win, but they always say match 3 competitor being a match would be Bianca Belair, Charlotte, and Betty. Betty get eliminated. Bianca Belair, Charlotte thinks she won, but Bianca Belair come behind, eliminate Charlotte, and Bianca Belair will win the 2021 Women Royal Rumble.
All right, fair. That's actually a pretty nice prediction. As far as who's going to win the Rumble, the only two people I can really see at this current moment is either Charlotte or Bianca Belair. I think Bianca Belair is going to have a hell of a performance in the Rumble because I think the last couple Rumbles she's been in, she's had a lot of great performances, so I don't expect anything less here. Charlotte, again, I feel like they're going to go two different routes. I think regardless of what happens, I think Bianca is going to face Sasha Banks at WrestleMania, and regardless, I think Charlotte's going to face Asuka at WrestleMania. So really, you have to go with who I would rather see win. I would rather see Bianca win just because I think realistically, that would make more sense, and I think she would benefit more from winning. I would not be surprised if WWE does go with Charlotte, even though Charlotte does not need to win. But as far as like what will happen afterwards if either wins, I think Bianca is going to face Sasha, like I said, at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's title. And I do think Bianca could win. I think Bianca will win at WrestleMania if that's where they're going with. But again, regardless, I think she'll face Sasha Banks anyway. And if Charlotte wins the Rumble, she'll face Asuka regardless, and I think Charlotte will win the title because it's Charlotte, and we know Charlotte's just going to win the title anyway. So whoever wins here, I think is going to win the title. So there's really none to really talk about. And then lastly, let's talk about the men's Royal Rumble match. Now I'm going to list through every participant in the match. We got Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Otis, The Miz, Jey Uso, Cesaro, Jeff Hardy, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, Big E, John Morrison, Sheamus, Mustafa Ali, Edge, King Corbin, Rey Mysterio, and Dominic Mysterio. So that's already like 20 guys already. So I think more than likely Braun Strowman will be in the match as well. So I won't be surprised if that was the case. So that'll basically round up to about 21. So now I want to ask, who do you think the surprise participants are going to be for the Royal Rumble match?
Okay, I got two of them. Damian Priest for NXT. That makes sense because they will think about put him in the main roster. It would make sense that he make his debut at the Royal Rumble. But my surprise entry, I know they ain't gonna happen. But number 30, 3, 2, 1. Do you swear with The Rock is cooking? The Rock, I know it might not happen, but I think vanity wise, I want to see The Rock be number 30, and he be the surprise entry in the Royal Rumble.
Very, very nice picks. As far as like mystery picks, I guess the mystery participants, I would say The Fiend. I think The Fiend might come back at some point in the Rumble match, and he's gonna go after Randy Orton for burning him into ash after TLC. Like, I swear to God, like you could fry chicken over him. Like, that's how burnt he was, and how like he was like ash.
Yeah.
Like Randy Orton burnt him to a crisp. Like you could cook anything on him. That's how hot he was. Because the fire made him like burnt him like the crisp. That's what happened. The Fiend did all of that. Like the Fiend freaking got lit on fire. Randy Orton freaking lit the man on fire. That was crazy as hell. So The Fiend. I'm actually gonna say this might be a little bit out there. I'm gonna say Brock Lesnar.
Oh yes, I forgot about Brock Lesnar too.
We got Jeremy in the house. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you. Yeah, I think Brock Lesnar is going to come back. I think Brock Lesnar might have. I don't know if I would necessarily say he's going to win, but I think Brock Lesnar, if he comes back, he's going to tear house. And all in all, I think that would be an interesting return. Damian Priest, I could see coming in. I could see maybe Finn Balor or a Johnny Gargano. Like if one of the champions are gonna maybe make a Rumble appearance as far as NXT goes. As far as anybody else, though, I gotta think. I guess I can also go with like maybe someone like an Apollo Crews, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like maybe because again, I really don't have anything that I can really think of at the current moment besides Brock and The Fiend. It's kind of like one of those things where you can't really predict anything. Maybe John Cena if you can get him, but even then, I don't think that's going to happen. So So as far as predictions go, those are the only two I can really think of, besides for maybe a few NXT guys and Apollo Crews. But otherwise, I don't really see anybody else coming in. Jeremy's like, Edge will be in there, and maybe Christian. Yes, Edge is indeed coming back. If Christian does come back, that would be awesome. I would love to see Christian come back too. I guess we can talk about who's going to win the Royal Rumble. So, Deshaun, who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble?
Okay. I got no couple. I got Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan win the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the Universal Champion. I got Shinsuke Nakamura may win it. Challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the Universal Champion. Let's see. I got Cesaro. Yeah, Cesaro. Challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Champion. I got Edge. I'm gonna be honest. If Edge win the match, I would be happy. I won't be mad. But if Edge do win it, I'd be okay with that. I think if Edge do win, he gonna challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE Champion. Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar might be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know. He could challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. The Rock. I would love to see The Rock win the Royal Rumble challenge while at WrestleMania. But who I think gonna win? I think Daniel Bryan gonna win. But also, a lot of people not gonna happen. A lot of people gonna be mad at this. Ain't not gonna be happy with this. I think that if Goldberg lose the match lose the WWE Championship, lose again Drew McIntyre for the WWE Champion. Drew McIntyre be in the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, challenge Roman Reigns. That is stupid, but that will not be surprised me. Or you have Goldberg win the WWE Championship for Drew McIntyre, Goldberg into the Royal Rumble, win the match, challenge Roman Reigns, and at WrestleMania it'll be a winner take off for the Universal Champion in the WWE Championship. Do I want to see that? No, but I won't be surprised. But my prediction, who not even gonna win the Royal Rumble, I got Daniel Bryan winning.
Okay. Nice prediction. I do have a couple predictions here for the Rumble. I'm going to second you on this one. I think Daniel Bryan is probably my favorite to win, just because I just think that's probably where they're going to go. I'd be fine with it. I think because Daniel Bryan's pretty much done everything besides win the Royal Rumble and the Universal Championship at this point. So giving him a Royal Rumble victory now would be great, but I don't know if I would necessarily. But is it too late though? Should they have done it a few years ago? Probably. But hey, I always say it's better late than never. I could also see Edge winning, and if Edge wins, I don't have a problem with it. It's not like Goldberg, and if Edge goes on to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, I would be okay with this, because it's not like Goldberg, where Goldberg just walked into the match, just walks in and is like, "Hey, I want a title match," and then they're like, "Okay." Edge would have at least earned his title opportunity, and I would say, "Okay, it's fine. The story makes sense. Let's go with this." I could see Brock Lesnar winning, but again, I don't know why he would have that. The only other thing I would do if I would have Brock Lesnar win is I would have Brock Lesnar face Roman Reigns.
If Brock Lesnar do face Roman Reigns, it would be good. I think it would be a great story, because you could have Brock Lesnar at a baby face or a tweener, and you could have Roman Reigns full on heel. I would love to see that.
And then you have Paul Heyman in the that match would be great. Nakamura is a possibility too, but I don't know if I necessarily see Nakamura winning though. because I think regardless of who Roman faces at WrestleMania, I think my thing is whoever Roman faces at WrestleMania, it's more than likely going to be Daniel Bryan. I just feel like that unless they're going to have not. I think after Kevin Owens is done, I think Roman is going to face Nakamura, and then Roman's going to face Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. So Roman will still have a lot to do in between Mania and now. After this. So really, either way, anybody who wins the Royal Rumble is more than likely going to face Roman Reigns for the title at Mania. If Daniel Bryan wins, as far as I'm going all the way and winning at Mania, I could see it happening, but it just depends on how it goes down. I don't necessarily. I think. Do I want to see Roman Reigns lose? No. And I'm going to explain why, because Roman Reigns has elevated that title. When I mean he elevated that title, he brought that title from a shit just title in general. Like, he made that title look like a freaking, world title, just how he carried himself as the champion. Roman Reigns has been, if Daniel Bryan wins, great, but Roman Reigns has done so much. Why take that away from him? Because you know what I would like to see? I want to see Jey Uso take the belt from
him. I would love to see that. Yes.
I think as a story, that would make sense. I would love to see that. Do what Johnny Gargano did to Tommaso Ciampa a couple years ago, where he basically faked being a heel and then he turned around and basically was like, "Nope, I've always been the good guy all along." That would be great. But again, there's really no one at the moment that I could see logically beating Roman Reigns. I can't see Daniel Bryan beating Roman Reigns. I can't see Shinsuke maybe, but even then, I just don't want to see it regardless, because Shinsuke at this moment I can't buy could beat Roman Reigns. He can't. There's no way. I mean, I would say he has a chance, but not. To me, it's I think it's just too little, too late for Nakamura. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he hasn't done anything on the main roster, because he has. I will admit he has. He won the Royal Rumble. He won the U.S. title. Won the Intercontinental title. Won the tag titles. But he should be a multiple-time world champion by now. That's the problem that I'm having here. Is I just don't know if I could buy Nakamura as a world champion now, because he really has not proved anything. Really, right now, the only two, Brock winning, he's going to face Roman. I could see him facing Roman Reigns. And I agree with you. I think this time around, I think it would be an awesome match, because it's not like a few years ago where it's oh my God, this match is going to suck, because Roman back then, people did not like. They didn't want to see this match because Roman was going to beat Brock Lesnar. But now the tables have turned. I would want to see this match. This is a money match. If this is where they want to go with it, I would say do it, because Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar will make money. Especially the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. That shit would be awesome.
Oh yeah. But also WWE could go what they want, like Goldberg winning the Royal Rumble. If Goldberg winning the Royal Rumble and challenge Roman, I'd be okay with it, but I would be mad at the same time. It makes sense. Probably get Roman for them Goldberg at WrestleMania. They Goldberg win the Royal Rumble. Okay, I see that. Okay, I would be okay with that. But what I say before, when I predict the Royal Rumble, if Goldberg win the WWE Championship and be in the Royal Rumble and challenge and win the match, challenge Wayne for the Universal Championship, want to take off for the WWE Championship Universal Champion, I got a problem with that. I do not want to see that. But also I don't want to see Goldberg winning the Royal Rumble. But I could see WWE do it.
I mean, I could see that too, but at the end of the day, I don't know if I would necessarily have Roman Reigns or Goldberg win just because. Can you just imagine the crowd being as pissed, being like really like, dude, people would be upset if Goldberg wins. Like, I don't know if I would necessarily do that.
Yeah.
But over either way, I mean, I think basically at this point, whoever wins is going to face Roman Reigns, and other than maybe Edge, who will face Drew McIntyre, Goldberg, God forbid if he wins. But at the end of the day, it's like the problem is with this show. Again, there's not a lot for me to be excited about because I'm interested in the McIntyre Goldberg match, but I'm only interested to see who wins. I'm very interested. I'm looking forward to the Roman Reigns Kevin Owens match. I'm looking forward to the Rumble matches because the Royal Rumble matches are usually the most interesting parts. Like, I want to see who wins. But the two women's matches, I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm not looking forward to it. Those two matches. Those two matches, I feel like, are matches that would open a card. I think the way it's going to be structured, and this is how the show structuring is going to work. I think they're going to either have the women's tag match or the SmackDown Women's title match at the beginning of the show. Then they're going to have a Royal Rumble match, be maybe second or third match, and then they're going to have like the two singles world title matches, and then they're going to have the last Royal Rumble match. That's where I think it's going to go. If that's where they go with it, I'd be fine with it. But I just do not want to see the other women's matches and to have them be later in the card because I just don't want to see that. Keisha says, I would love to see The Rock win.
Yes,
it would be interesting.
I would love to see The Rock win, but the problem is that will he return at the Royal Rumble and win the match? I doubt that, but I would love to see The Rock win the Royal Rumble challenge his cousin for the Universal Champion. That is a money-making match right there.
And listen, The Rock has nothing on the Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
Because all hail the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is God tier. He is the greatest wrestler ever. The Tribal Chief, forever and always. Love the Tribal Chief. Jeremy says, I want Aleister Black to be in it and win.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Honestly, I want to see Aleister Black on TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck has he been? This man's literally just sitting, and someone on YouTube like he's probably sitting in like Titus Catering. Man's literally sitting at catering eating freaking like chicken nuggets or something. The man's like, can I please be on TV? And then the Tribal Chief's like, no, I'm on TV. And then Aleister Black shakes in fear because it's the Tribal Chief. Because all hail the Tribal Chief. SmackDown should be all about Roman Reigns because the Tribal Chief deserves everyone's respect.
Yes.
All hail the Tribal Chief. All hail the Golden Glove. All hail Roman Reigns. Shit, I'm about to have a picture with Roman Reigns on it because I love Roman Reigns so much. Hang on, let me just let me do this here now because now I really want to do this. All right, there you go. I changed it to Roman Reigns. All hail the Tribal Chief. Hang on, I'll even edit my name.
The Tribal Chief alternator.
Hang on, let's see here. All hail the Tribal Chief. He's the Tribal Chief, greatest Universal Champion of all time, Roman Reigns. All hail the Roman Reigns. All right, so we got our Royal Rumble predictions. Now let's get into the other piece of news. The WWE Network is going to be no more, and instead it's going to be folded right into
Peak.
Drum roll, please. Peacock.
What? I don't understand why they name it Peacock. I don't understand.
Yes, the NBC streaming service, Peacock. Aren't you looking forward to it, guys? Peacock. So yes, the Peacock or NBC, whoever Peacock is owned by, is like, look, we'll give you the right, we'll let you stream on our thing for $1 billion, and WWE's like, okay. So now all the network stuff is going to be moving to Peacock, and you can get the WWE Network for $4.99 on Peacock.
Wow! Oh my god! I don't know how in the world I go watch. The Roy won't. They're gonna be on the WWE Network.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the WWE Network because the Peacock thing doesn't start until March.
Oh, they're good until March. I don't know how in the world I go watch WWE like pay-per-view and stuff. I don't know how in the world because I sure ain't paying no $4.99 to Peacock.
Well, you gotta think though too. The WWE Network is $10.
True.
And also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the WWE Network, I think, is shutting down. So that means Peacock is now the main streaming service for the WWE Network.
True.
So, but it is $9.99 if you do not want ads. So, Deshaun, what are your thoughts on the move to Peacock?
I mean, WWE gets shut down. I mean, Peacock, getting WWE Network, WWE pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't care really. I mean, WWE Network will go shut down anyway. Don't care, but I never thought they were going to sell it. They went to Peacock, but besides that, I really don't care. You know what? I do got an idea. What if Peacock never got WWE? What if WWE Network go to HBO Max? Yes, HBO Max get WWE. Also, you could subscribe $14.99 for HBO Max, so you could get WWE or HBO Max for $14.99. Ooh, that would be great.
Oh, it should. It should move to HBO Max because HBO Max is the greatest streaming service ever made. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I don't really understand what all the fuss is about. I mean, first of all, it's going to be cheaper than having the network, which is $10 a month. It's going to be $5 with ads. But then again, doesn't everything have ads by this point? So I don't really see the problem with it. And it's basically going to have the same content as the network. I mean, well, why is everyone really complaining? I mean, the only thing I would complain about is the freaking title of the streaming service that's going to. Like, how, I mean, I'm sorry, you lose credibility when you're on Peacock.
Yeah, how in the world you come up with a title named Peacock? Like, come on now. You could
be fair, it is NBC, and I guess their little logo has all the stuff with a peacock would have, but still, Peacock.
I get in the cock.
Well, I mean, maybe they do, but again, we do not judge here on the Austinator channel.
No, we don't.
But yeah, overall, I don't really see the big hubbub. I don't really understand the fuss. It's just going to a streaming service. Am I sad to see the network shut down? Yeah.
Well, hang on. Go ahead.
Hang on. Let me finish. I mean, I'm kind of sad because first of all, that the WWE Network's purpose was to be the one-stop shop for everything WWE and just basically all of that. So for all of it to go to another streaming service, it feels like it kind of missed the point. And I guess the question now I want to leave everybody and I want Sean to answer is, does this make the WWE Network a failure?
Uh, oh, hmm, I would say no. I would say no. I'll go say no. I I had WWE Network until 2019, but besides that, I don't know. I mean, you could go back and watch all the pay per view that you love and stuff, all the matches you love. But I won't say it failure, but it will nah.
Um, the thing is with the network is like, well, technically you could count it maybe as a success, but at the same time, it really hasn't. Like the network, unfortunately, the problem is it's that if it's basically folding into something else, then that means that it's pretty much a failure. I mean, you can't really defend that, you know. Um, at the end of the day, am I saying it was a failure? Probably not, but it was not a success either. But, you know, hey, I mean, here's to the future of Peacock. And maybe, you know, they should have taken a deal with HBO Max for $15 a month. The greatest streaming service of all time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially. We got Jeremy in the comments saying the WWE Network failed. To a degree, it did. I'm not gonna say you are wrong on that because you are kind of correct. It basically did fail. But you know, we're getting to that point of the show. We basically talked about all our topics, you know, here. So why don't we finish this up with a nice tier list? And I figured since it's a Royal Rumble themed episode, why don't we do Royal Rumble winners?
Ooh.
Because the Royal Rumble is the Royal Rumble, and why not do that? Let's see here. We have all the Royal Rumble winners, 30 most likely winners. No, that's just that's the women's Royal Rumble.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Then we'll take a little bit of stuff from the chat while we're waiting for Deshaun, because I'm going to sort through everything. Doesn't have every one of them. WWE Royal Rumble winners. Nice. Okay, I think that this might have all of them. I think Hulk Hogan, Mysterio, Bret Hart, Nakamura, Yokozuna. Actually, yeah, it does. It has all of them. So we'll go with that. Yeah, does this have? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we can use that. We are gonna wait. So here, I'm gonna share my screen. We are gonna go to we're gonna do that, and then we will do this. And then we will. I'm not gonna maximize my screen yet. Because hang on, I just want to make sure that we're not missing anybody here. We have. Okay, so I believe we have everybody. Okay, great, cool beans, love it. Lovely.
Okay, I'm back.
Alrighty, so here's the tier list. Here's the tiers.
Okay.
Don't delete what? The stream? I'm not deleting the stream.
No, I'm not here to deleting the stream.
Let's see here. We got the greatest, pretty damn epic, decent, underwhelming, and real stinker. So let's start off. We're just going to go in order here. I'm not going to go in chronological order. Let's start off with Ric Flair, the winner of the 1992 Royal Rumble and won the World Wrestling Federation Championship in one of the greatest Royal Rumble matches ever. I mean, I feel like he's got to be in the greatest just for that alone.
I would put it greatest as well.
I mean, come on, it's Ric Flair. He won the title at the Royal Rumble, and in the Royal Rumble match lasted 60 minutes. The 60-minute man, Ric Flair. Woo! Ric Flair. Next up, we got Randy Orton from 2009. Had a pretty decent performance, but he did not win in the main event of WrestleMania, and even then the match was really under. I would say he was just under. Well, the build of Mania was good, so I'll say I would put him at decent.
Yeah, I would put it at decent. Well, wait on when the Royal Rumble 2009. You know, it was good. We all thought he might face John Cena, but you know he faced Triple H. The build of the match with Triple H was great, but the match at WrestleMania, that was disappointing. But at a Royal wait on winning the Royal Rumble, I would put that decent.
Yeah, I'd put him at decent as well. Next up, we got Lex Luger. He was the co-winner of the 1994 Royal Rumble, and he did not win the title when he got his title shot. I don't really know where to put him because he's not anywhere near decent or at the top because it's like, first of all, he's a co-winner, and also he didn't even win the title, so it's like, I don't know if he's not necessarily the worst Royal Rumble winner, but...
I mean... I would put it under rarity. I don't know. I mean, first of all, let me go ahead and say this. That whatever his name is, and Bret Hart both in the Royal Rumble. So you tell me they're facing Yokozuna, right, at WrestleMania. The first elimination match. That, I'll just call him that, but Yokozuna. Yokozuna won the match. Main event, Yokozuna puts Bret Hart. Bret Hart win the match. What if that win the match? He only holding the title just for a night. I mean, I don't understand with the co-winner thing, but I would put it underrated. Was he a bad Royal Rumble winner? No, but the problem is that why he won the Royal Rumble though. That's the problem I had with that.
Very nice. Next up, we have Roman Reigns from 2015.
I am so sorry to the Tribal Chief, but we're thankful. We're thankful for me.
Yeah,
he should not have won the Royal Rumble. It should have been Daniel Bryan won that Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that was the problem with this win is he just didn't really oh my god. Oh wait, which comment was deleted, Jeremy? If a comment got deleted and I didn't know, I apologize because I don't know which one did because I did not see that in the chat. So maybe put the comment back in, or if you remember, because I see your comment right here. At least all your comments. I don't remember deleting your comments. So if a comment did get deleted, Jeremy, I apologize. That was unintentional. I do apologize. Next up, I believe we have Drew McIntyre.
I would put it pretty damn epic.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him at pretty damn epic as well. I'm not necessarily gonna put him in the greatest Royal Rumble victory because, again, he really was not that good. But I mean, come on, he eliminated Brock Lesnar. I mean, that Claymore kick was freaking awesome to Brock Lesnar. And then he won the Royal Rumble. I was like, yo, this is freaking awesome. So I'm going to put him at pretty damn epic just for everything that happened in that match. But then he also won the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania, and then he defended the title later on against the Big Show. So, I mean, hey, I'll take it, man.
Yeah.
And we got LDG, Geeks Enjoy Nerdratica. What is going on, LDG? Great to see ya. Next up, we got Big John Studd. I'll put him at. I'll put him at decent, but this was like before the Royal Rumble, even like before they even went for the title at WrestleMania. So Jeremy says it won't show up. Oh, that's interesting. Then I don't know. Then do you know? Hang on, let me see if I can go into the live chat and see what's. No, it's not even showing my live chat. Hang on, let me go into top chat. Nope, it's not there either. No, I don't know, Jeremy. I apologize. It might be something YouTube did because I can't see it.
Okay, Jeremy, if you comment like you have like a cuss word in it, it won't let you do it. It won't let you do it. You like put like a cuss word in there.
Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube is like that because YouTube is dumb.
Yeah, you have like a cuss word in there. Don't you go type back in there, but don't add no cuss word in it.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Becky Lynch from 2019. This was when Becky was actually really cool. But everything afterwards, I found it to be. I'm gonna put Becky Lynch at underwhelming. But then again, she did win.
I would put it decent for me.
Oh man, I don't know. Should I put her at pretty? Because she did win in the main event of WrestleMania, and then she did win both titles, and the moment was cool, and it was when Becky was at her hot. I'll put it at epic. I think it was good for the time.
Yeah,
I'll give it that. It was pretty damn epic for what it was. Next up, we got Shawn Michaels from 1995. Now, that moment at the end of the match where like he almost got eliminated, but then like the 1 foot, touched the ground, not the 2 feet. That was cool. The match with Diesel wasn't bad. He didn't win the title. I would put him at decent.
Oh, how many Royal Rumbles Shawn Michaels won? Only
2.
one? Okay, I remember the one he played Bret Hart with Man and Iron Man match, but I don't remember he faced Diesel. I know they said that match was kind of bad, but I don't remember the match. But I don't remember the Royal Rumble 2. Only thing I remember is Shawn Michaels winning the Royal Rumble. That hit. I don't know who would have WWE Championship back then. Oh, and my Diesel.
NBC put that Peacock in Peacock.
Okay. I would put that decent though. I would put Shawn Michaels the first Royal Rumble match decent.
Next up we have Asuka.
I don't know where I put it because the moment itself, we all know that I already know she could win the Royal Rumble, but she didn't want to tire though. I don't know where to put it though.
I would maybe put her underwhelming.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it's not that she was bad. It was just the problem was everything after she won just felt.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, I had to put P. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Next up, we got Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the first Royal Rumble victor. I think he should just be greatest, just being the first.
Yeah, out of respect, I would put that greatest. He is the first ever Royal Rumble winner, so.
Next up, we have John Cena from 2008. I mean, the return, like this he's got to be put at greatest, right? I mean, from 2008.
Yeah, I could put John Cena in my favorite WWE superstar all the time. So I could put it greatest. The moment itself when he returned the Royal Rumble, it was great. When he won the Royal Rumble, he was great. Of course, he didn't win the WWE Championship, but I had no problem with that. So.
Next up, we have Brock Lesnar from 2003. I would put a decent
for me.
Really?
I the yeah. I mean, the moment was okay. You know, he did eliminate the Undertaker. The, the Undertaker in the match, so it was decent. But the match at the WrestleMania with Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, that was a great match. But the moment he won the Royal Rumble, I would put it decent.
See, I don't know because Brock Lesnar he dominated that Rumble match and he did win and he does go on to the main event of WrestleMania and win the title.
And go ahead.
I might put it at pretty damn epic just because of the fact that Brock went all the way to WrestleMania and won the title after winning the Rumble. I mean, I'll take. I mean, hey, I think Brock was. I think he's not the greatest, but definitely one of the pretty damn epic ones.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Charlotte from 2020.
I know she won the title at WrestleMania, the NXT champion, but I will put it underrated. I'll go put it underrated for me.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'll put it underwhelming. I'm sorry. I don't know if I necessarily would say she was like she's not. I don't know because on the one hand she did win the title at Mania. Oh God, do I even? I mean, decent is pretty much. I could go either decent or underwhelming with Charlotte. I just personally didn't really find. I don't really like Charlotte either. That's the problem. Oh man, because I can go with either one. Do I really want to? I mean, she really isn't the worst Royal Rumble winner, but Shayna Baszler should have won that match.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler should have won that match.
Oh God, decent, underwhelming. I'll put her at underwhelming. I guess I don't really have anything to really put down there. Next up, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin from 2001. I mean, I gotta put it at greatest.
That greatest right there. That greatest.
I mean, can I just say that showdown with The Rock and the Royal Rumble match was freaking awesome.
Oh yes.
And then that led to the match of Mania. I'm like, oh man, that build was so good, so good. Next up, we got Batista from 2005.
I would put it decent for me. The
Really?
moment itself, it was good. When he beat Triple H at WrestleMania, win the World Heavyweight Championship, I like it. Well, you know what? I would put it pretty down because after he won a title, he was great. After he won a title, he is one of the best World Heavyweight Champions of all time in WWE. So for the big gold belt, not the WWE champion.
I'll agree with that. Next up is Chris who?
Chris Jericho.
Oh, Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you mean Chris Masters?
Nah, you know what? Quit Penny. Quit Penny. Quit Penny win the Royal Rumble. I mean, again, look back now. I could put it underrated. I mean, not underrated, underrated. After looking back at that Royal Rumble now, of course, look at it back now. I don't, man. It's. I would put it underrated, man.
I would put it at real stinker just because it didn't even happen.
Yeah, Quit Penny did not want to. Yeah, Quit Penny.
This Rumble is basically erased from existence.
True.
So therefore, he didn't even win the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, sorry guys. I mean, I don't even know who that guy is. Who is he? Freaking that does not look like Chris Jericho. Was that Chris Masters?
I'm gonna be honest though. I don't know who the guy is. I don't know. We don't know. Only thing never mind. I was about to say something stupid, but never mind.
Next up, we got Seth Rollins from 2019.
I'll put it decent.
Yeah, I'll agree with it.
I put a decent.
He wasn't he's not like the greatest Royal Rumble winner, but I would say he was pretty good for what he was.
Yeah.
He did go on to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, so
yeah.
I mean, hey, I'll take it. Next up, we got Stone Cold Steve Austin from 1997. This one's hard. This is not in the greatest for me because he technically didn't even win the match, and he doesn't get a title shot. So I mean,
he did.
Yeah, he didn't even get a title shot because Psycho Sid and Undertaker fought at Mania for the title, and Austin faced Bret Hart in the submission match at WrestleMania 13. So I don't even know if I could even put him at. I would just say underwhelming because he none of it. It doesn't really matter because he doesn't even get a match.
Oh shoot! I didn't know that. I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that. I always thought he had a WWE title shot. I don't remember that at all. I did not know that. I did not know that at all.
Next up, we have Alberto Del Rio. He won the 40-man Royal Rumble in 2011.
Underwhelming.
Are you sure you don't want to put it in real stinker?
Shoot. I don't know.
I mean, I'll give him underwhelming just because he did win the 40-man Royal Rumble. But
I will be honest. He should not have won that Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I don't know. I just never liked Del Rio, so. Next up, Shinsuke Nakamura from 2018.
The same thing go with Austin underway, man. After that, After that whole WrestleMania thing, he went downhill. Of course, yeah, he won the United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion, but did he do something with that? Nope. Nah.
Next up, Bret Hart. He's also the other co-winner from the 1994 Royal Rumble. He goes on to main event WrestleMania and wins the title from Yokozuna after he had a great opening match with Owen Hart. I'll put him at pretty damn epic.
I would put an epic.
I mean, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best that ever will be. So, I mean, Bret did. Hey, he was pretty freaking great, So I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, The Rock from 2000.
I would put that decent.
Yeah. I mean, he, again, really wasn't that great of a Royal Rumble winner, in whole honesty. I thought he was fine. But, because, again, he doesn't win the title.
It was the WrestleMania that all the McMahon were in each corner with Mick Foley, Big Show, Triple H, and The Rock.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'll put that decent. I didn't like that Royal Rumble, but it ain't that
bad. Next up, we have Edge from 2010.
Okay. I would put it. He didn't win the title. I would put it epic. The return got me. I would put that epic for me. The return, man.
Yeah, the return definitely brings it up to epic, but I think it would have been better if he won. But but hey, I'll take it though.
Yeah.
Next up, Rey Mysterio from 2006.
The greatest.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the fact that he lasted from the number one entrance to basically winning the entire thing and then goes on to WrestleMania and wins the world title, I mean, I would say that's pretty freaking epic.
Yeah.
Next up, Batista from 2014.
Well, underrated. He should not have won that Royal Rumble.
Really? Are you sure you don't want to put it at real stinker?
Oh, never mind. Yep, real stinker. Yeah. Yeah, he should never won that Royal Rumble. It should have been Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it was so bad they wanted.
It should have been Wolverine.
I mean, but then I gotta also think though too. Batista didn't win, then we wouldn't have gotten that WrestleMania 30 moment with Daniel Bryan.
True.
It was still bad. It's still a real stinker. Next up, Hulk Hogan from 1990. Oh, 1990.
Oh, 1990. I put that.
I mean,
with Hulk Hogan.
You know what? I'll say. You want to know? You want to know why I want to say pretty damn epic because that was the same Royal Rumble. Do I want to even put it greatest? Because I'll say the 1991 gets the greatest because I believe it's the same Royal Rumble that Hogan freaking if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was the same one where Hogan went face to face with the Ultimate Warrior. In that same, which led to WrestleMania 6 and one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. So I'll put him at greatest for that. And then the one in 1991, I'll put it pretty damn epic. It's Hulk Hogan. Why not? I mean, the crowd loved it. I mean, it led to the match with Sergeant Slaughter. I'll put it pretty damn epic, I guess. Next up, we got The Undertaker from 2007.
I would put it. You know what? I would put it down epic.
Epic?
Yeah, I would put it down. I mean, yeah, I put it down epic.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was the same Royal Rumble where he faced Shawn Michaels in the final two, and that was really good.
Oh yeah.
All right. He did end up beating Batista for the world title, so yeah, I'll take it. Sheamus from 2012.
I won't put Sheamus at West Thinker or Shawn putting him unrated. I would put it decent. I mean, he did beat Daniel Bryan 15 seconds, so I would put it decent.
I mean, without that moment, then the Yes movement would never have been a thing. So
yeah, I put it decent.
Next up, Stone Cold from 1998. I mean, this is what really kicked. I guess this is like because the next night, then the Mike Tyson Austin thing happened, and then that's when the whole Attitude Era really started to get into gear. I might have to put this in greatest as well.
Yeah, I'll put that in greatest.
Next up, we have John Cena from 2013.
I'll go be honest. I would put it. We should never have got John Cena to walk too. I would put that decent. If it was underway, it was not well thinker. I would put that decent.
All right, I can see that. Triple H from 2002.
Oh, I thought you guys wanted 2016. Triple H 2002. I would put it pretty down epic.
Yeah, I put that pretty damn epic as well. I think just the fact that he returned and a few weeks before and then goes on to win the Rumble, wins the title. I mean, yeah, he's pretty damn epic.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Randy Orton from 2017.
Okay. Dick might surprise y'all, but I would put it down epic.
Yeah, I would put that pretty damn epic too.
Because there was Randy Orton that he was with the Wyatt family. Should he have won the Royal Rumble? No, I thought it should have been Bray Wyatt, but now I really don't care. Randy Orton won that Royal Rumble. It's one of my favorite Royal Rumble. And he also one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, so I would put that pretty good.
I would agree with that. Shawn Michaels from 1996.
The greatest.
I'm going to put that greatest as well. I mean, come on. Led into the the fact that elimination of Diesel with the sweet chin music is pretty freaking epic, and it also led into the Iron Man match was also great too. So
yeah,
I mean, hey, pretty good stuff. Triple H from 2016.
Okay, the moment itself, I would put that pretty damn epic. But at that WrestleMania match, one of the worst WrestleMania matches I've ever seen, I would put it underrated. I know, I know he won a Royal Rumble. Should he have won it? No, but it makes sense in the storyline. But that WrestleMania match, oh god, that was bad. I put it underrated.
Oh man.
The moment was good, but the match at WrestleMania was, oh.
Whoa. Next up, Mr. McMahon in 1999.
With, I don't know about this one. He did have a title match, but the thing probably that should he have won the Royal Rumble? No, but I don't know what I put here. Of course he did win a title. Of course he did have a title match at WrestleMania. So I don't know what to put here. To be
I'll
honest.
put him at real stinker because why? That was just dumb.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we got Yokozuna. I believe Yokozuna was the first Royal Rumble winner to actually get a title shot after, because this was after Yokozuna won. That's when the title shot thing at WrestleMania thing became a thing. So,
okay.
You want to put
This is the same match at WrestleMania when Yokozuna faced Bret Hart, but Yokozuna won the WWE Championship and Hulk Hogan kind of nowhere beat Yokozuna?
Yes.
Okay. The moment, I would put that decent. But that WrestleMania was so awful, they had Hulk Hogan beat Yokozuna. I would put that underrated.
I'll keep it at decent, but I have also another problem. The way he eliminates Randy Savage to win the Rumble was stupid because Randy Savage just covers him when he had the dome over the top rope, and then he freaking just tosses him over the top rope like it was nothing. I'm like, bruh. But there you have it, though, guys. That is your tier list for the Royal Rumble winners. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of this episode of Good Old Wrasslin. I want to thank everybody for showing up in the chat. I want to thank Jeremy. I want to thank LDG, Poe, Keisha, Logan for coming in. I definitely appreciate you guys coming in and checking this out. I mean, this is something I love to talk about, and I definitely want to keep talking about this. And the fact that you guys would come in the chat and watch is really, really awesome. So thank you guys. With that being said, we are going to start closing it down. I'm going to let Deshaun go back and say where they can find you at one more time. So, Sean, tell everybody where they can find you at.
You can find me on my YouTube channel, Deshaun Wiggin. Also, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Wabathon, Discord server. And also, Saturday, I will be doing a watch party of Star Wars Empire Strike Back, Star Wars Week for my channel. And also, after I get done y'all the stream, I will be watching one of my favorite Michael Bay movie, Sits on the Ground. So not a watch party, but I'm just gonna watch it. So that's where you can find me at.
Very nice. Jeremy comes with food. Yes, food. Might now. I'm thinking I'm just gonna eat a bunch of cheese. You know what I'm gonna do after this? I'm gonna watch The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan in the strap match. I'm in the mood to watch that match. But anyway, though, guys, you guys can find me on Sundays on my show Shadow Eye, where we will be reviewing The Office season 4. Then the following week we will be talking about the top 10 favorite Spider-Man storylines from the comics. And I believe, and then later on Sunday, you can find me on the Real Review 3000 for the weekly wrap-up. And I think I might do I actually might be doing another Good Old Wrasslin, a special Royal Rumble edition where we review the Royal Rumble. So stay tuned for that. Mondays, you can find me on JJ, aka Sith Lord 3827's channel for randomness at its finest. Thursdays, I have a show called Splash Talk where, we just read fan fiction and it's basically hell over there. Friday, it's going to be every other week. You can find me on a live discussion or good old Wrasslin. And you can find me occasionally on Big Ford Entertainment Anzo's channel. You can find me backstage on Geeks Enjoy Nerdratica for late night nerdgasm. Or if I'm just bored, you can find me there. Because late night nerdgasms are great, especially late at night, and so that means you should go grab your Vaseline and your tissues, guys, because that's when it gets really, really something. It gets chaotic over there. And also, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Ninja243's channel for Galactic Chat, Sourpouse's channel, basically everybody's channels. You guys can find me on Twitter at TheAustinator17. So if you ever want to hit me up and message me, or if you just you just want to just see what I do over there. It's usually where I give my updates on when I'm going to stream, whatever. Then you can find me there at TheAustinator17. Also, I have a Discord at The Austinator, and also I do game streams here on the channel. We are doing one-night tournaments with WWE 2K20. We recently just crowned the NXT Tag Team Champions for Universe Mode. Tomorrow, we're going to be crowning our Raw Tag Team Champions. So please be sure to stay tuned for that. And with that being said, guys, we are going to close this out. This is The Austinator and Deshaun signing out. See you later, guys.